What's up, everybody? It's Danny from Cajun. We got Z-Man up in here.
Rageman Inc.
Z-Man from Rageman Inc. from your YouTube channel.
Yep.
And you have an Instagram?
Yeah, Z-Man_Rageman Inc.
Alright, you heard that. Cajun video is always going to be on YouTube. We'll share. We have our social media on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch.tv. Yes, I do play video games on Twitch. You'll see a lot of wrestling videos right now if you check it out. But we're going to not talk about wrestling. We're going to go ahead and talk about some Marvel. And the past couple of days for the new year, we've been hearing about New Mutants, Doctor Strange. Recently, Hulk and Namor has come back to Marvel officially, meaning that they could finally make a solo movie on the Hulk or Namor if they wanted to. But I'll tell you one thing. If you're going to introduce the Hulk as a solo movie, I'll say give us something stronger, better than what we saw from Endgame. What do you think, Rageman?
Yeah, because, we all wanted to see that rematch between Thanos and Hulk.
Well, we're not going to get that rematch.
Nope. So this time, at least, Marvel perfect what they did the movies a couple years ago with the Incredible Hulk. But we want to see the Hulk that we all want to see, from the comic. We want this perfection.
And a badass Hulk kicking ass, not Doc Green. Even though Doc Green is kind of introduction of the character from the comic books. But, this Bruce Banner and Hulk combination, they pretty much, I don't know, it's pretty much like teasing us that maybe he could go evil a little bit. That's my prediction. He could go a little crazy, a crazy scientist, Hulk scientist, or we knows in the Endgame when Banner was doing his experiment, doing the time travel, he was fucking up a couple times with Ant-Man.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay. But then they went to Tony, he helped on and perfected it. So the question is the Hulk, Dr. Green, Bruce Banner Hulk version we saw in Endgame, is that a dumber down as Bruce Banner? A scientist? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, do you think maybe if they make a solo Hulk movie, it's an introduction of Maestro from the future, but Maestro in the development of that Hulk? Because the alternate world that Maestro is the Hulk who beats up the Avengers, Defenders, Thor, Fantastic Four. He killed them all. He killed the mutants. He killed X-Men, X-Force. He collected their bodies and heads like trophies on his wall. He's the king of a certain savage land on Earth in an alternate world. So my thing is that, are they going to tease a little bit of Maestro into this Hulk? We don't know. But the cool thing is that before they might go into that version of the Hulk, maybe they'll have him in another Marvel movie with Namor, because Namor is now back with Marvel too, because Universal Studios, they didn't make no movie with Namor, and they didn't make a new Hulk movie since the Incredible Hulk. And, they had a chance to do something with those characters, but they didn't. So they're back with Marvel, and they could have their own solo movies. And I feel like Namor could be introduced in a Fantastic Four movie or a Black Panther movie. He could be the villain or anti-hero in Black Panther 2. He could be a team up with the Fantastic Four in a future movie. We're not sure what they're gonna do with Namor right now. The only thing we know, he's back with the Marvel movie, Marvel Cinema Universe. What would you do with his character? Yeah, he's the Aquaman of Marvel, put it that way. But, he is the first mutant, and he's the first mutant in the sea who has his own throne and everything. He does his own thing.
Yeah, Namor, I'm kind of excited. In some way, I'm excited because, we actually have a water, underwater mutant, and it's like an Aquaman, but for Marvel. I want to see what Marvel does with a character like this.
I agree. I mean, it would be cool if they show him in Black Panther, because I remember they teased a little bit something about the ocean in Black Panther. Not in Black Panther, but in Endgame. They mentioned something. So it was like, something's going on in the ocean front in this type of land. They said something like that in Endgame. So I was like, oh, okay. Because that's when Black Widow was still keeping connection with everybody.
Yeah.
After the blip, as they call it in Spider-Man 2. So I was like, okay, they call it the blip. Everybody got blipped in and out, whatever. Who cares? I mean, I'm not so happy about that Spider-Man 2, but I'm not here to talk about Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, we're not here to talk about it, but Hulk. Thing about Hulk and the Defenders.
Yes, because he's one of the original members of Defenders, and you had the Hulk, you had Silver Surfer, you have Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
and Namor.
Oh yeah, totally forgot about that. I saw the TV show Defenders, right? But then I just found out, that Hulk, Silver Surfer, Doctor Strange were like the original team.
Yep.
And I kind of want to see a movie with of them.
Yeah.
And talking about Doctor Strange, the new Doctor Strange #2.
Doctor Strange suit, yeah. The movie.
Yeah. With Wanda.
Yes, yeah.
With Wanda, and then she's making another show with Vision.
Yeah, that's true. There's a TV series should be from Disney Plus talking about Wanda and Vision, and honestly, we're not sure how it's gonna happen. I don't know if Wanda goes apeshit crazy and say, "Hey, I'm gonna create this alternate reality and bring back Vision to life," and something happens. Who knows?
Yeah, okay, and I'm wondering because now Doctor Strange is connected with the Defenders, and Wanda is connected with the Vision show, and it's like it's like in a big circle. And
it was cool though. I like what you're going with that, but I feel like they won't connect Defenders with them if they did Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, Namor, the Hulk as the Defenders. But the thing is that they still need to introduce Silver Surfer, and I feel like we're not gonna get that movie if it's 4 or 5 years down the line. Because you still have to introduce the Fantastic Four in the Marvel Cinema Universe, and then you need to introduce the X-Men into Marvel Cinema Universe.
Yeah, we still got a lot of groups, teams to go into the Marvel Universe because when we're doing all these Avengers and all these type stuff, somewhere in Fox, Yeah,
because the thing is that Fox is already bought out by Disney, and so we're gonna have the official reboot of Fantastic Four and X-Men, but we're talking about WandaVision and we're talking about Doctor Strange, and I feel like maybe they might put those guys together and might have some other alternate reality world with X-Men and Fantastic Four. We don't know exactly because what I remember they said that Doctor Strange 2 is going to be kind of a little dark and horror, and they're going to talk about the multiverse more in his movie. So it'd be kind of weird if they started saying, "Hey, we got Tony Stark alive in this other world." You know what I'm saying? Or he's just a regular guy. He doesn't know anything about creating Iron Man suits. Or there's another world that show that, hey, the Hulk is evil, a multiverse. The whole thing. Or they tease a little bit of Spider-Verse or Venom-verse or something.
That's what I was about to say. You just actually opened my eyes about this Doctor Strange movie. Now, if you think about it, it's kind of important because you never know what the multiverse could do. Because it's not gonna happen. But the multiverse kind of reminds me of my theory, about the Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland.
That's whole Spider-Verse. Yep.
Yeah, that. This could open something like that.
Okay. My thing is that, hey, if you're gonna introduce Silver Surfer, you're probably gonna end up introducing Galactus, but Galactus is not going to show up like how they did in Fantastic Four and the Silver Surfer movie a couple years back. And, well, that's not a couple years. That's pretty much 10 years ago. Damn, it's been a while. But, yeah, it's we're going to forget about that reboot they did 4 or 5 years ago. That was crap. So, I can't wait to see Fantastic Four officially return into Marvel movies with Avengers interaction or the X-Men. And, damn. The only best X-Men I always loved from Fox was the animated cartoon that I grew up on from the 90s. That was the best X-Men. And I know this kid who's younger than me who says the same thing. And I was like, yeah, see, this is what we have. We grew up on this. This is what introduced us into the X-Men and Fantastic Four. And then you got Avengers and all these different characters show. And then we had a Spider-Man animated cartoon. So, I can't wait to see, introduction of Fantastic Four and the X-Men interacting with, other Avenger characters. I mean, we still have to wait for the WandaVision show. We still have to wait for the Falcon and Winter Soldier show. And then recently, it sucks though, Doctor Strange 2 producer left. But at the same time, Marvel will probably have a plan for that anyway, because the guy had 2 years to go ahead and give them a proper script, and they gave him a deadline. He couldn't do what he's supposed to do. So I think Marvel's probably happy that he quit, because you know what? They're gonna get somebody who actually listens to them and say, "Look, you know what? Here's our movie. Make our movie. Direct it, produce it. This is what we need."
Yeah. The thing about Doctor Strange, when I saw the first one, right? Yeah. What was that? I forgot when he was on that planet, and not the planet. Remember that big old circle?
He was in the mountain. He was in the mountains with all the snow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, after Infinity War and Endgame, right? Uh-huh. I was wondering what they're gonna do with him, because I actually surprised with that movie. Everybody was telling me, watch Doctor Strange. It's pretty cool. It's pretty good. I actually liked it. Mm-hmm. So now I'm excited about this. Once I heard about the Doctor Strange 2, mm-hmm. I was so excited. And then I heard that Wanda was going to be in it. Mm-hmm. And since Wanda's making that thing with Vision, mm-hmm. maybe it could give us a clue how Vision, comes back. Or maybe your theory would be right about Wanda being all crazy and doing her own little thing. Yeah, reality.
Exactly. And then, recently we found out, there's a new Mutants trailer, and I couldn't believe they actually decided to continue New Mutants. Like, holy shit. Like, they kind of revamped that trailer from what we saw over a year ago, December 2018. And I'm like, well, here's the thing, though. What is the timeline on that? Is it going to be a timeline after Avengers or before Avengers? Is the mutants race is still hidden from all these people, and there's maybe a few people out there knows about it? You got Professor X with his X-Men out there, and we don't know if they are out there as a young teenagers or adults, because we need a new introduction of X-Men for Marvel Cinematic Universe, and we're still waiting for Fantastic Four. But I feel like the New Mutants is going to be its own timeline away from Avengers overall. Because what they're going to do is that they're going to say, this is New Mutants. When we watch this movie, they're going to introduce these different characters. You already have Deadpool 3 production. And it's like, hey, look, Deadpool already did his thing. They show Colossus in Deadpool 2, in Deadpool 1. They brought back another mutant, Megasonic. They had her in it. So it's like, okay, Deadpool 3, there's rumors about who might show up, who might not show up. Will you see characters from New Mutants in Deadpool 3? You don't know. So it feels like those are 3 different timelines going on here that they're not connecting right now. If you have a new X-Men movie coming out and you want to go and introduce the New Mutants into that, or Deadpool, they could be their own timeline, but then later on, in the next 5 years after that, they could have them all meet up in a next big Avenger movie.
Yeah, the Deadpool, if you notice, everybody should have noticed the little tease what they did with X-Men and Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
Right? So, now that X-Men is in Marvel, right?
Yeah.
Deadpool's in Marvel too, or still in Fox?
And Deadpool is now with Marvel, Disney, MCU, so they're in production making Marvel Deadpool 3, and that you might have returning mutants from the last 2 movies, or it just be a straight up Deadpool movie, no guest appearance. There's rumors, you could have a Colossus showing up or somebody else.
See, Deadpool 3, it's like, since they're in Marvel, I want to see if his movies are gonna still be solo, or is he gonna connect with maybe the Avengers or one of them?
Oh yeah, I don't doubt they're gonna connect them, because you know why? At the end of the day, Kevin Feige said that when the Marvel Studios TV series are going to connect with the movies, so you're going to definitely see Deadpool connecting with Avengers, with the Defenders, and talking about Defenders. They're going to come back. The TV series, the Daredevil, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, Punisher, Iron Fist, those TV series are going to come back. but not right away. Maybe in a year or two from now. And right now they're working on Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, WandaVision. You got Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV series coming out. So we got a lot of things coming out in a year, 2, 3 years from now. It's going to interact with the movies too. So it's actually, at the end of the day, you got to watch these TV series to connect with the movies.
That's true. See, I haven't been watching the TV series.
At this point, I feel like you don't need to worry about the Defenders and Luke Cage and Daredevil and all those shows from Netflix right now, because you're not going to see anything new with them probably within a year or two. And who knows, they might show up in a movie instead of their own TV series. You know, like, you want to say?
Yeah, like, how these, new superheroes and mutants from Fox went to Marvel. Mm-hmm. So now I'm already having that theory of Galactus. Not now. Many few years from now.
You talking about like about 10 years from now?
Yeah, like maybe all these heroes, mutants come together, like they did with Endgame and Infinity War, but like another team, and then with Galactus.
Yeah, I think Galactus would be the main guy at the end next 10 years from now to go ahead and conclude everything. But here you got to still work with the Spider-Verse, you got to work with the Venomverse, and you got to work with the Avengers, you got to work with the New Mutants, you got to have Fantastic Four, Defenders. Like, there's going to be tons of shit for the next 6-7 years with all these different characters. And if you have anything you want to suggest, go ahead and drop a comment on our page. I'm happy that you guys are listening to us. Keep us posted if you want anything else from us to talk about. Well, guys, peace out.